Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Anastacia Berliana and I would like to present to you about journal article analysis. First, I would like to tell you about the article identity. The title for the article is Implementation Online Reading Strategy on English Reading Comprehension Skills. And the writer or author for the article is Nurul Lailatul Kusnia, and year of publication is 2019. Journal publisher is Elite Journal, Journal of English Linguistic, Literature, and Education. Okay, for the next, I will explain to you the introduction and the literature review of this article. So this article discusses about the implementation online reading strategy on English reading comprehension learning. It is important because reading comprehension is one of ability to comprehend the text. Besides that, the ability makes all people can interpret the meaning of text. They can use it in their daily life, like as to examination, to completion of the job, and the ability to read opens up new words and a lot of opportunities. It enables us to gain new knowledge, enjoy literature, and do everyday things that are part of our modern life, such as reading the newspaper, reading novels, and job listing, instruction manuals, maps, and so on. And the key terms in this study is how online reading strategy is important on English reading comprehension skills. Okay, next I would like to tell you about the research gap that the study tries to fill. Based on this article, there are some previous research related to this article, to this research. So it is a strategy in reading learning by Keitasi, Ajizifar, and Gohari at 2015. And this research has shown the effectiveness of reading online strategy on reading skills. Many studies are done to explore and deliver the reading in online and electronic format. And the other previous study written by Piper, Juilkowski, Kwayumba, and Striegel at 2019, they has analysis about the effectiveness of ICT for early grade reading in Kenya. Education policymakers are investing in information and communication technology, or ICT, without a research based on how ICT improve outcomes. So from that, it can be known that the previous studies have a lack of process to solve the problem of reading learning in the class, because it focused on the implementation of technology, strategy, or media of learning in the reading learning process. While this article addressed to know the implementation of online reading strategy on reading comprehension that has done by a student at school and home. And it means that the habit of students' reading process at school and home will give the impact to the pattern of reading in the class. Thus, this study focused on the implementation of online reading strategy using World Wide Web facilities in English reading comprehension learning. So for the next, I would like to tell you about the methods that this article uses. The method of research is an exploratory qualitative case study. It investigates the student of the third semester at Win Mataram how online reading strategy is done by students. The technique of collecting data used in the view, observation, assignment, reading report, and tests. The sample of the study is the third student on 2018 or 2019 years. There are 25 participants. The next is the method about how to analyze the data. The process of data analysis are first prepare and organize the data, and then read the data carefully and make the category of the data. There are two categories as a factor that influence student online reading strategy. These are students' knowledge and experience in using the electronic facility in the language of online reading text. After that, the data is being analyzed and interpretation to enhance trustworthiness and transferability. And the study collected and analyzed multiple data sets and clarified the perception and making framework by looking across the different type of data. The validity of data use, credibility, transferability, dependability, and conformability. And for the next slide, I will tell you about the finding and discussion. The first finding is student knowledge and experience in using electronic facility. Based on the result of data analysis, here is the recapitulation of electronic media used by students to comprehend the English text using online reading strategy. You can see the table here. So the table 1 shows the result of data analysis and the percentage of electronic facilities that are used by every student. This completes the reading on strategy when they read the text. The student almost use the Google search, social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, and picture, animation, and interactive games. The Google search is an easy way to get more information like as ebook, learning research, or to finish the assignment from the teacher. Social media is used because most of the students have the smartphone to access and make social media. Picture animation and interactive games also are on the smartphone and computer. These electronic facilities are almost accessed at school and home. Then we have the table 2. So it shows the result of the interview with students conclude that almost students never limit the time in using the smartphone. It is different when the student use the computer or laptop. Table 2 shows the time frequency of computer or smartphone usage as online reading strategy to comprehend the text. So from table 2, it is known that parents provide limits on the use of computers for learning process of reading, on average as much as 3 hours per day. The second percentage is 2 hours per day, and finally, it can be known that their parents do not limit the use of hours using computers. Therefore, it can be concluded that the students have gotten the impact from their parents in online reading learning. And the second finding is the language of online reading text. The result of a reading comprehension test has supported the interpretation of data analysis. It can be concluded that the student improved their reading comprehension skills. It can be seen from the graph here. So the graph shows that the improvement of reading comprehension ability, almost the student have increased their score. So it can be concluded that students' habit in using reading online text gave a positive impact on students' achievement of reading comprehension ability at UIN Mataram. Next, I will tell you about similar research findings. So first we have Marsban study at 2011. The study investigated the effect of computer-assisted language learning on improving reading comprehension of Iranian EFL learners. To this end, 60 EFL learners participated in the study. Based on the nature of the study and experimental design was used, the results showed that the use of computer-assisted educational techniques can improve reading comprehension of foreign language learners. Then we have Mohammadian, Said, and study at 2018. Their study revealed that video technology had a significant impact on reading comprehension ability of Iranian intermediate EFL learners, taking into account the fact that using videos can be considered as one of the effective instructional materials in teaching reading to EFL learners. The results of the current study assist the high school student to select useful reading strategies and materials in the classroom to improve their reading comprehension. And I will tell you about the conclusion from this article. So the conclusion is the finding shows that the pattern of reading only strategy at home is good habit for students because it gave a positive impact to increase reading comprehension ability in the classroom. While most of the students have electronic facilities and the parents always support the student in using the computer. This impact can be seen from the improving of the results reading comprehension test. The teacher believed that if the parents always support their children in learning, they can create the learning habit at home and classroom. And for the implication, we have K. Tasi, Adi Zifar, and Go Hari study at 2015. They found that smartphones have turned into an everyday object for teenagers, and many believe that this can be used to facilitate the language learning process. The results prove that the students who interacted with the application on mobile phones comprehended more reading text. The research is focused on the implementation of technology, strategy, or media of learning in the reading learning process. While this research study addressed to know the implementation of an online reading strategy on reading comprehension that has been done by a student at school and at home. It means that the habits of students' reading process at school and at home will give an impact on the pattern of reading in the class. Thus, this study focused on the implementation of an online reading strategy using electronic facilities in English reading comprehension learning. So next is for the next is the reflection that I got from this article. First, by studying this research, I can find out and understand that we can use technology for improve our reading comprehension ability. And the implementation of online reading strategy can give a positive impact to students in English reading comprehension learning. It gives improvement of reading comprehension ability and students' results of the reading comprehension test. And then students also can have opportunity to gain new knowledge at home, not just for classroom. So technology can be very useful if you use it wisely. And I got 7 strategies in online reading strategy. First is using interactive multimedia, and then using application in computers and dialoguing, and set the reading goals and planning. And then 4 is preview and assign the reading. And then connect previous knowledge and experience with text and assignments. And finally, we should make a summary or resume from the text that we have read. So okay, so that brings us to the end. I would like to thank you for your time and attention today, and have a nice day.